This is page 19 in your binder. So we're going to talk about rectangles today. When we have a rectangle, we know that its opposite sides are congruent. So the top and bottom are the same size and the sides are the same size. We know that the sides are parallel, opposite sides. So the top and bottom will never touch, the sides will never touch. Opposite angles are congruent. I know that that angle is the same as that angle. This angle is the same as this angle. Consecutive angles are supplementary. It means that this angle and this angle add up to 180. This angle and this angle add up to 180. And the diagonals bisect each other so that when they cross, it cuts the line in half. Those are all the things we know because a rectangle is a parallelogram. Now, there's two other qualities, properties that make a rectangle special and a little bit different than just your average parallelogram. It is that all four angles are 90 degrees. That means here's my rectangle. All the corners are 90-degree angles. And the other special property about a rectangle is that the diagonals are congruent. That means that that line right there is the same length as that line. These guys are all the same. So we're going to take this information and do number 1 together. So it wants to know what QR is. QR is right there. Well, I know that the sides are the same. So if SP is 10, QR is 10. So now I got to find SR. SR is the bottom. I know that the top and the bottom are the same, so that means SR is also 24. SQ is this whole long piece. What we're going to have to do to find that, I'm going to pull out this triangle right here. So I've pulled that triangle out. I've got a 24 and a 10. I know that that's a right angle. So I can use Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I'm going to say 10 squared plus 24 squared equals c squared. And that's what we're looking for, is that c. 10 squared plus 24 is, squared is 676. To get rid of that squared, I square root everything, which leaves me c equals 26. So that big long piece we just figured out is 26. Put a 26 right there. Okay, PR, let's see, PR, so it's that piece. Well, I know that the diagonals are congruent, so if the one we just found is 26, PR is also 26. Last one on this one is QT. Well, I know that that whole line, QS, is 26. So from Q to S, it's 26. I know that the diagonals cut that line in half. So part plus a part, so 13 plus 13 makes 26. That makes QT 13. Let's look at number 2 now. Start with AC. It's this big long piece. So I'm going to pull this out. I've got AC, got a line, AC, and it's got E in the middle. A to E is 15. I know that E is right in the middle. That would make E to C 15. and that would make the whole thing 30. So AC is 30. BD, we know that the X in the middle, the diagonals, are the same, so BD is also 30. Let's see, BE. Well, it's just half, it's just that little piece. So it's the same as that one, it's 15. AB is the top, it matches the bottom, 27. BC, so we're going to have to do Pythagorean theorem again. So I'm going to pull out this triangle right here. I know that one side, I know this top is 27. I know the diagonal is 30, and I don't know that. So this, the 30 is our C because it is the hypotenuse. So x squared plus 27 squared equals 30 squared. X squared plus 729 equals 900. I'm going to subtract that 729. X squared equals 171. Square root that bad boy. X equals 13.1. Lovely. All right, let's go down and we're going to talk about angles. We've been doing side measurements. Now we're going to just talk about the angles or the corners. Okay, it wants to know MJK. So it wants to know this angle right here. Well, let's go ahead and mark the information we know before we even figure that one out. I know that same side or opposite side inside are the same. So if that angle's 27, that angle's 27. I know that these sides are the same, which makes this an isosceles triangle, so that has to be 27. Oops, sorry. And I also know that this one right here is 27 because it's part of that other isosceles triangle. So those are the things I can do without doing any math, just by looking at the picture. So we're going to start by looking at MJK. MJK. Well, because I'm a genius, and we talked about it a minute ago, I know that all the corners of a rectangle are 90 degrees. That was easy. MJL. MJ. So now I need part of that. So I've got a 27 is one part of the angle. I don't know plus x, part plus a part. The whole thing we just said is 90 degrees. So let's subtract 27. I get a 63 degrees. Now that we know that 63, let's take a sec and write this in. So all of these corners are going to be 63. All right. JK, JLK, JLK. So this one right here, well, we just figured it out. It's 63 degrees. KML, it's this one right here. We know it's 27. And MNL. All right, this is our only wild card, but it's not that hard. Let's pull this triangle out. I know that the two bottom corners are 27 and 27. I'm looking for that. A triangle has three parts. Part plus a part plus a part equals, we know that the whole triangle is 180. 27 plus 27 is 54 plus x equals 180. I'm just going to subtract 54, end up with x equals 126. All right, we're going to do this last one on this, number 4. Before we even start doing stuff, let's go ahead and mark the one thing we know for sure. We know that vertical angles are congruent, so we know that that's 64. XWY. XW. So I'm looking for this. Okay, we learned that these are the same, which makes that an isosceles triangle. Let's pull the triangle out. If I know that corner's X and that corner's X, and the bottom is 64, I can say apart plus apart equals 180. 2x, because x plus x is 2x, plus 64 equals 180. Subtract the 64, 2x equals 116, divide by 2, x equals 58. So we got a 58. So let's go ahead and mark up this triangle to help us a little bit. I know these two corners are 58. I also know that in opposite sides inside the triangle, these two corners will also be 58 because they match here and here. Okay, y, x, z. Y, x, z. So it's this angle right here. Well, we're going to go back to the fact that we know the corner is 90. So 58 plus, we don't know, equals 90. Just subtract 58. We get x equals 32. All right. WVZ. WVZ. We're going for this angle. I like to think that this is a straight line. One side of our line is 64, and we don't know the other side. But we know a straight line is 180. 64 plus x, part plus a part, equals 180. Subtract our 64. We end up with x equals 116. So we know that side is 116. We know that the other vertical angle is also 116. XWZ. XWZ. That's easy. That's a corner. It's 90 degrees. XZY. XZY. It wants to know that angle, and we've already written in that it's 58. All right, I would like you to flip over to page 21. I need you to use everything we've talked about on the front side to do number 1 and number 5. Thank you.